the corrupt and racist AG, Peekaboo James, would be dismissed and over with. This case should never have been brought. It should never have been allowed. I have no rights.
Donald Trump is a racist. He just is. His forceful response to his fourth criminal indictment in 5 months mirrors the strategy that he's employed throughout his career when dealing with legal and political adversaries. This approach often involves unrelenting attacks characterized by language and abuse that is overly racist or contains coded messages that resonate with racists. He posted about Letitia James, referring to her as Peekaboo, saying she's the joke of an attorney general in crime-ridden New York State, being booed out of existence because of her pathetically weak and ineffective rules and regulations on the state's through-the-roof numbers on murder and every other type of crime in the once great state. Well, of course, most of that is untrue, and most of that is just his abusive opinion, propaganda to try and build his case.
Peekaboo has misrepresented values to the judge, like Mar-a-Lago being worth only $18 million. Now, just so you understand, if you multiply that times 50 to 100, that would be much closer to the value. They know it's wrong. Either that or they're grossly incompetent, which could also be because they are incompetent. I'm worth much more than my financial statements, so there can be no fraud.
Well, the disgraced former president and Republican presidential frontrunner has used derogatory terms such as animal and rabid when referring to black district attorneys. He's accused black prosecutors of racism without substantial evidence and has made baseless claims about their personal lives. On his social media platform, Truth Social, his supporters have sometimes posted offensive content targeting these same individuals, which Trump then retweets. This rhetoric serves as a reminder of Trump's tendency to use coded racial language as a means of signaling to his supporters. He's employed this strategy throughout his transformation from a New York City real estate mogul to reality television personality and eventually to the presidency. Even if he doesn't explicitly employ racial slurs, his language evokes a history of portraying black individuals as less than fully human. And his latest comments come at a sensitive moment, both on a personal and on a broader level. On a personal level, a bond agreement with restrictions on his communications has been imposed as part of his legal proceedings. These restrictions include limitations on his use of social media. On a broader scale, experts express concern that Trump's inflammatory remarks may actually exacerbate online hatred and incite violence. And even prior to his recent legal troubles, Trump targeted prosecutors and officials with unfounded accusations and race-related attacks. He labeled Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis as a rabid partisan and ran an advertisement making unsubstantiated claims about her personal life, accusations she decried as derogatory and false. He also accused Willis, the first black woman in her role, of being racist and manipulating the indictment for her own benefit. This reverse racism idea suggesting that a minority black people are in some way racist towards the majority white people, kind of missing the whole point of racism.
She's incompetent. She's a racist and she's incompetent.
Trump's reaction to the charges in Georgia mirrors his response to previous indictments and investigations. He referred to Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg as a Soros-backed animal, despite no direct connection to George Soros, and characterized Bragg as a degenerate psychopath who hates the USA. In September, he referred to Letitia James as the racist AG Letitia Peekaboo James, a nickname with derogatory connotations, just allowing the worst parts of his character to come to the fore when he is backed into a corner. Critics have pointed out that Trump's comments and actions towards people of color have been a recurring issue. His 1989 full-page newspaper ads calling for the death penalty for the Central Park Five, a group of black and Hispanic men later exonerated, generated significant controversy. Additionally, he made racially insensitive remarks about Judge Gonzalo Curiel and 4 congresswomen of color, questioning their origins and eligibility to be in the United States. This language This abuse, this vulgarity regarding immigrants from Haiti and African countries further sparked controversy during his presidency. You may remember him referring to predominantly black and brown countries as shithole countries. Donald Trump isn't even shy. He doesn't even try to hide his racism. The problem, though, is that whilst the majority of people don't care, but people of colour do and are listening. And of course, the racists care and they are listening. And they are hearing these dog whistles. They are hearing these tropes and they are using them. Even white power, a symbol with a W and a P. Some say that Donald Trump doesn't even know he's doing it. But that's not the point. The point is that the white supremacists who see this, they're the ones who respond and feel that it's a call to action. This is a guy running for president. This is a guy who no Republican lawmakers choose to cross. This is somebody who has completely changed the face of America in the 7 or 8 years that he has been a political figure. And if you think back to what life was like before Donald Trump ran for president in 2016, when Barack Obama was the president, just think about how different America felt. I'm Anthony Davis. You can hear me every day on the 5 Minute News podcast, on Wednesdays co-hosting Uncovered with Ron Filipkowski, and on Sundays on The Weekend Show with MeidasTouch.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.